Pakistan is not a country where most people are privileged enough to dedicate their lives to something as frivolous as competitive video games. It's a country locked in a tense nuclear standoff with its neighbor. It's a country where most people live on less than $2 a day. It's a country that's difficult to travel to and even more difficult to leave. Traditionally, Tekken has been dominated by Korean and Japanese players, with only a handful of American and European players rising up to challenge them. But that's only happened because players from those regions could easily travel to compete amongst the game's best. Pakistan's Tekken players didn't have that luxury, and because they didn't travel, no one knew about them. For years, the secrets of the Pakistani Tekken scene were passed around as rumors.
There were a lot of foreign students, and one of them was a law student from Pakistan. He would always tell me, like, look, these players seem good, but you gotta see our players in Pakistan. and I always said, like, cool, man, all right, fine. But in my brain, I'm like, all right, buddy. You know. And he was absolutely right in retrospect.
Arslan Ash Sadiq showed up and won OUG 2018. But he didn't just win. In the grand finals, he defeated Bae Ni Jae Min, better known as the God of Tekken. Ni is a Tekken legend. In fact, his nickname is literally the God of Tekken, with a tournament record spanning over a decade of competitive play. He's won countless championships, played dozens of characters, and his legacy is untouchable. He was also the defending EVO Japan champion, and being knocked out off-stream by a guy no one had ever heard of before made him hungry. But not for revenge, for self-improvement. Ni, the God of Tekken, learned that there was more to the game he'd been playing since he was a child.
I was learn different thinking.
Different thinking.
Yes.
You learn my style.
Yeah. Different.
Oh, different style?
Pakistani style.
Pakistan style.
Is another play.
Another play.
저는 아슬란이랑 하면서 뭔가 제 자신의 철권 실력도 좀 향상됐다고 생각하거든요. 왜냐면 많은 이제 한국 사람들이 무릎이 저번에 일본에 가서 아슬란이랑 붙어보더니 좀 올라간 것 같다, 실력이. 그런 얘기였기 때문에 저는 사실 아슬란한테 좀 고마워하는 점도 있어요. 그리고 파키스탄 같은 경우는
And as part of that process, Ni declared he wanted to train in Pakistan. After EVO Japan, Arslan and Ni met again in Thailand.
Oh my god! That should be it!
Arslan Ash!
That it? That's it!
Tiger Uppercut 2019, and from Pakistan, Arslan Ash over Ni in Grand Finals.
Arslan had defeated his rival yet again, but there was still one last crown left to earn. One last kingdom left to conquer. Once again, a chance for each to prove their skills, not for the world, but for each other.
The two players everyone has been talking about all year long.
Yeah.
It's Ni versus Arslan Ash. I mean, it's really fitting. This is the way it was written.
1,900 players, we're down to 2.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
These two?
It is crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Because this is the matchup that a lot of people were calling out to
you
be
wouldn't
the grand
expect
final.
it. Yeah, it's just like written that way in stone.
Destiny was fulfilled. Arslan against Ni in the grand finals. Korea against Pakistan. Rival against rival.
What's going to happen right now? Ni looking for this opportunity.
I'm holding my breath.
Oh! They trade blows.
Oh, man, that was a crazy trade. Arslan cementing his position as the best Tekken player on the planet, untouchable by any country that he has faced thus far. Very, very nice.
Arslan's win was more than just another tournament victory. It was a win for Pakistan.
Nobody knew just how good Pakistan was as a region. Arslan Ash shows up at EVO and he wins, and everybody's like, okay, this Arslan Ash guy's pretty good. It's a big win. That's pretty wild. And then he's like, you guys haven't seen all the people I play with back home. He's like, you think I just came here and I'm this good? There's so many incredible players in Pakistan as a region.
All the Japanese players were like, what the hell? They started flying to Pakistan to practice, and they're getting destroyed by them.
But there are killers just as good as Arslan still in Pakistan who haven't gotten to travel. His win has sparked a few Pakistani players to sign with foreign orgs, but true change takes time.
For the young Sumail.
Regardless of what you may think of Sumail, his talent is outright indisputable. He's the youngest millionaire in the history of esports and arguably the single greatest Dota player of all time. It was in his native country of Pakistan, when he was only 8 years old, that Syed Sumail Hassan had his first encounter with Dota. That same year, Sumail began to make a name for himself in the NEL. Within 2 years, he became the in-house league's highest rated player and started getting offers to stand in for professional teams. People started to wonder whether a competitively inexperienced 15-year-old merited a spot on such a top-tier team. Then, DAC happened. The 2015 Dota 2 Asia Championships, nicknamed Mini TI on account of its $3 million prize pool, was Sumail's chance at redemption.
It's a triple for Sumail! Dieback after dieback, Vici Gaming in shambles. It's a 3-0. EG just won over $1.3 million.
4 days before his 16th birthday, Sumail had won the third largest tournament in the history of esports. People were already starting to consider him the best mid laner in the world. Sumail's Storm Spirit had been given free reign. The nail in CDEC's coffin came in the form of one final play, one of the greatest in TI history, the $6 million Echo Slam.
Sumail is back, they'll get the Aegis of the Immortal!
About 10 minutes later, Sumail became the youngest player ever to win a TI. He'd been a professional player for 9 months and was already the youngest millionaire in the history of esports and the 6th highest earning player of all time. Sumail hadn't just reached the top, he'd done it faster than anyone thought possible. At 16, Sumail had arguably become the greatest player in the history of Dota. By 17, he'd become something of a superstar, both in and outside the game.
You're probably one of the best, if not the best mid in the world. Who gave you the most trouble in this tournament as the enemy mid?
I will try to be humble, but I will say no one. Like, no one. Not the no one, but no one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.